We're back. It's the Yeah Come On show back on YouTube. Oh, yeah, you can see us if you want to. A lot of people don't want to see us, Brett, but there are some people that do. Like 1,330 people that want to see us at any given moment because they follow us on YouTube. And I think anybody that listens to the podcast, and I don't want you to stare at us if you're driving. We don't want that, do we?
I feel like they want to watch us because my head, as I work from home, is getting bigger, just like everything. I'm like the girl from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that blows up into a blueberry or whatever. They want to
Yeah,
watch us. They want to see how much bigger I can get. They're challenging
yeah.
me. You're losing it. I'm gaining it. We've got this whole
I
thing set.
I look fabulous naked, and I look fabulous in some of the new clothes I bought, and some of the t-shirts that were extra tight that fit perfect now. But in some of the clothes that were very that I fit into perfect, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, now are baggy. It is bizarre that I am sitting here at 204 pounds to 205 when I was 241 2 years ago, but mainly hung out around 225. So I am trying to become a specimen, and Brett's trying to kill himself with food and beer.
I don't think that it's impossible for me to eclipse 265 pounds. And at that point, I still have 4 years of college eligibility. You know, Alabama's going to win it next year. So if I can get there, I maybe walk on just to be a big bowling ball you drop in the middle of the field. I'm,
I
I'm,
like it.
I've got this whole plan.
Start sending Saban pictures of you as you grow with just underwear, and just like, look, I'm working on it. I want to come to you. I love Alabama. I went there. I got some eligibility here. I want to play. I want to play, and I'm eating like crazy. And that is Brett Barney, my co-host of the Yeah Come On show. I'm Southside Steve, your host, and I apologize that we haven't been around and you haven't seen Brett blowing up to play for Alabama because he wants to beat Georgia. I know you do, but you didn't. And we're the national champs. And I say we because I live in the state. I didn't go to the school, never went. But I will say Georgia State, where I did go, has a team. Go Panthers. But for you had a dog in the hunt, and I respect your pain and the fact that you want to play for your team. But I also respect the fact that stuff happens, and our videographer kind of left us hanging. Believe it or not, we didn't have anybody to do this. We went on last week. We got a fabulous girl named Tina. I'd like to give her a shot at the title if she wants to try, possibly. She's been sending me some messages. I don't know. Does it? She's like, hey, I'm good at this. You need a videographer? You let me know. But then you found Evan, who works with us, and he wants a shot at it. And we'll try him this week, see how he does. And if you think he's doing a good job, if you get a chance, like us and watch us on YouTube, just to vote on Evan. Not necessarily what we're wearing or looking like, but when I mention sponsors like joebees.com, 100% bee pollen, gave you some time there to get it up. Or I go oxygenfinancial.com with Ted Jenkins, or maybe I mentioned circle285.com for all your insurance needs if you're looking to make a switch, or out of the blue, I talk about a doctor, Dr. Dave Markwell with Ridgeline Counseling. And I just want to see if those things are popping up as I'm talking about it. And if all of a sudden I talk about, oh, I don't know, who's in the news? Oh, on the morning show, we're talking to Valerie Bertinelli. Is it possible that she pops up right now while I'm talking about her? I don't know. Is it necessary? No. This is kind of a fun test, but I'm wondering if Valerie Bertinelli is popping up. Then if I joke about Brett drinking, in Germany before breaking up with his ex-girlfriend, now he's married, does that pop up? I have no idea if he can dig up those pictures. He doesn't have to, but it's a test.
I'm
You
Googling
understand?
Valerie Bertinelli right now. Hold on.
Okay. Also, Google your past vacation with your mama and see that you're about to crush a girl 3 years ago to start dating and marrying the girl you're with now. And the good news is you're married. You're untouchable. You don't have to say you're sorry anymore.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not backing down from that. I'm happy where I'm at. Gradually getting my way up this widening ladder. By the way, you said send a picture in your underwear. Are we going tidy whities, briefs, boxers? What will accentuate my form?
I like the sports boxers or something like that, something tight, not tidy whities, although that would be cute, but I really don't want to go out and buy any. I don't have any of my bikinis left, but I think I do have a jock strap if you want to go jock strap.
Jockstrap is old school. I want to say I was listening to something with Mark Teixeira, and he said that that's the only type of underwear he wears.
He just, well, you still, I guess you don't have the lines because it cups right up under your cheek and covers your stuff. Nobody sees it and it keeps it in one spot so it doesn't go down a left or right leg if you have that kind of capability. It works. But I just have like the tighter, some of my underwear that fit tight and the legs is a little loose. So I'm feeling like gross, like unhealthy. So I just looked at my wife. I'm like, I'm going to put on 10 pounds if it kills me. So I was in the gym yesterday and I pumped like a big dog. I'm not going to kid you. It was chest day for me. And I was pumping about half of what I used to pump when I was in the gym regularly and breathing hard. But you got to start somewhere. I got some muscle memory. It's just going to take a minute. That's all. But I'm going to get there.
I don't think muscle memory is what you need to work on there. It's just kind of consistency, right?
Yeah,
Consistency. It's all the
there is
gym is
no.
about.
Yeah, when I say the gym, I'm not talking about the old school gym that I went into where everybody's like, "What's up?" and somebody's strapping on a weight belt and we're listening to intense music and you got a trainer and he's saying, "Come on," and you got somebody spotting you. I'm talking about the gym at work. I'm talking about the Nautilus equipment. That's what I'm doing. I'm benching by myself with those little clips. All you got to do is roll forward. It saves you. So you're like, "Oh my God, too heavy. Oh my God." And there's
So
nobody in there. I was in there by myself yesterday. I ran 2 miles yesterday, and I'm like, I'm the only a-hole in here. But that's great. I love it.
isn't that called the Smith machine where you just the hooks? Same thing that we get at the place I work out. I will say my only issue about that gym at the office, this may be a personal problem unless something's changed. The treadmill. If I get on that treadmill, this is back in the day, they may have updated it, and I could turn that thing on 12. And if I'm standing on it, my weight would hold the actual tread against the machine and it would not move until I stepped off. So
All right, you're heavy. You're too heavy. Too
every
heavy.
time you're running, you're hitting, it's going, it's like hitting the brakes.
Yeah, you need a new treadmill. That's not good. You should step on that thing at a 12 and it should sling your ass across the room. Zing!
I
Boom.
mean, I think I could handle a 12.
All right. I've done it. The fastest I've ever gone. We had somebody bring a treadmill in on the morning show, and this is years ago. It's probably about 12 years ago. And I said that I could run faster than a car. Some people are driving that slow. And I was over exaggerating. So they put me to the test. And I'm like, all right, how fast did Model Ts go? And somebody said like 16 to 20 miles an hour. I'm like, okay, I think I could beat a Model T in a race. So they brought one in. And man, we set that thing to 16 to work ourselves up and it's going and you had to hold on to the bars to get your feet going like that and then you had to let go and haul ass with it and you had to do it for 10 seconds and I went from 16 to 17 and 17 about killed me and I said no, I'm not going to try 18. So I know I can run 17 miles an hour. I
The
got
one
that. I can't keep it up, but I can do it for a minute. Like, if somebody in a ski mask and a machete's chasing me or a chainsaw or something like that, I think I got 17 in me or a big dog for at least a tenth of a mile, maybe two.
See, but and what's the distance of this race against the Model T? I think this is actually a really good concept if you can find somebody that owned a Model
Well,
T.
well, it wasn't a quarter mile. I was kind of saying, let's go like 100, 150 yards. That's where my head was. That's
I would
it.
have
I
gone for
wasn't
like
trying to do,
50 yards, but to each their
yeah.
own.
100 yards, it's fine. And that's kind of where 150 would be the max. And I was like, I can go that fast. So it was funny proving that. But those are the dumb things you do. And I survived. I didn't pull a hammy, nor did I fall on my face and get skidded across the room, which would have been embarrassing as hell. So, the only other embarrassing thing I'm worried about right now, and I just got to get that out there is the snow. I predicted the biggest snow hit ever on last Friday, Saturday, and I'm predicting
Nailed it.
boom, nailed it, and I'm predicting Boomsy 2022 part two this Friday that we're gonna get slammed again.
You really
And I
think
don't know.
so?
Now here's why I think so. First off, We knew the snow was coming last week. And I was like, all right, the fact that it's coming means we're going to get some, but not what we should get because everybody's all over it. But this snowstorm, they're like, no, you'll get remnants. It's going to be it's going to be north of us. It's going to be mainly a Carolina thing, whatever. All it has to happen is a little bit of wind blows down from the north and maybe temperatures drop a little bit and we get pounded. So I think because every meteorologist in town is saying it's not going to happen, I'm telling you it is. It's going to
Oh,
happen.
oh, you're mushing. You're mushing the meteorologists. I like this game. So
That's it.
we are saying because we don't think they know what they're talking about sometimes that it's going to happen. Okay, this makes total sense.
Yeah. So when you're
I can get
watching,
in on this one.
well, here you go. Here's the good news. This podcast will post tomorrow. So for you right now, it's live. And I'm telling you, we're going live right now saying the snowstorm is just hours away because this thing will post tomorrow afternoon. And damn it, there you go. So I think this time tomorrow, we're preparing for snow. Go get your bread, go get your water,
Oh
get
gosh,
your
no.
donuts. Oh,
No.
people are such. Here's the thing I just want to say to everybody, and I don't want to call anybody dumbasses because you might like us, but damn, if you know the worst it's going to happen is 1 to 2 days, you don't have to go out and get a loaf of bread. Nobody's saying we're going to be snowed in for 7 days or 8 days. Then I kind of understand you getting some extra. But if you know 50 degrees is 24 hours away, it's going to melt. You're going to be fine. It's one day. One day, if you really want to have fun, order some pizza and throw it in the refrigerator and then heat up some pizza. I don't even think you'll lose power. You know, it's crazy.
No, and I'm with you. And I think this past weekend kind of proved it to a lot of us that Georgia Power was on top of their game. And a lot of the services, I think even DOT, because I was out working and driving around and I had no issues on the roads, even though everyone kept giving me the, wow, I can't believe you even tried to drive in this. What do you mean? It's puddles of water.
Yeah. Yeah, people freak out, and I know the North laughs at us. Northerners that live here, that came here for the weather, that came here for our women, that wear short shorts and have tan legs and red toenail polish. You bash us. Once you move here, jackasses, you're one of us. Welcome to the party. Don't hate. You live here. And think about it. We don't see a lot of snow. So, yeah, we are going to react. I think the city only owns one snowplow. I mean, come on, work with us. We're allowed to freak a little, but I do not agree with if it's a 24-hour storm, clearing out the bread and all and just gutting the shelves. It's stupid. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really understand the whole like, what am I just going to eat wet bread? Is this the Nathan's hot dog eating contest where I'm, Joey Chestnut dunking the bread in milk? That makes no sense to me at all. If I'm going in the store, my three things, I'm probably going to get chicken if they have it, some sort of meat, protein, beef, whatever. I don't care. It might be taco every day until the 8/4 of an inch of snow melts, but I'm not going to get bread. I'm getting beer and burritos probably.
Well, you want to get something that you can eat. So if it's frozen, if you lose power, which would be, if it rains first, you get ice on the lines and some lines go down. So if you get chicken, it needs to be already cooked. So you can go over there and get the chicken that they have cooked in the bakery or whatever, and then you can just eat that cold. That's cool. And if you buy the taco meat, cook it and then put it in the refrigerator. You can eat cold meat, but it needs to be cooked. You got to think about what you can eat cold. Lots of little power bars are good. Some Jolly Ranchers, if you need a little something sweet, those are good. And you can put them
This
in,
is like the dumbest segment ever. What
and
do
you
you
can
like
put
to
them,
eat when you're
and
snowed in?
and you can put them in snow. I don't know. That what I mean. But damn, the good news is if you lose power, you take your crap out of your refrigerator and freezer and put it outside. You're good. You don't lose the food. You don't.
No, and if
And
you have
by
a
the
fireplace, you can cook in that too. I've done that
yeah,
before.
and by the time the temperatures rise, when you got to bring the stuff back inside, you want to hope that your power company's got you back online. Those are the things you pray for. Or if not, then you go and get some ice or you take whatever snow's left and put it in a cooler and put the important things in the cooler and let the rest of the shit go bad. It's just that's just the way things roll. It's basic. Come on.
You know, it's
We're
it's
helping people.
It's so funny. Out of all the advice that I heard from everybody over the weekend working this, there was only one thing that I heard somebody say that I've never heard this before. And they weren't exactly talking about a snowstorm, but just in general, they said, whenever you move into a house or you get a new fridge or freezer, what you need to do is take a cup, fill it halfway with water, throw that cup in the freezer, let it freeze, then throw a penny on top, and then pour more water on top of that. And that way, if you ever see that the penny is moved from where it should be in the cup, then your meat's probably gone bad because you've lost power for a long enough amount of time. And I have no idea if this actually works. It just sounded really, really interesting to hear somebody discuss the DIY. Do I have spoiled meat? When I have this thing, I have a sniffer and I'll take my meat and I'll be like, that doesn't smell good. This needs to go.
Yeah, if it smells funky or gamey or you see some green, it's probably bad. Throw it out. Yeah, you can get through it. But my kids, my littlest one had not been in snow, and then Brooks has. He remembers a little bit last year when we had that little incident. But the only place we could party was on the deck. That's where snow was building up. The grass, it was too wet. So we made our little snowman and did a little party. The snow's coming down. I had fun with it and did my little fake meteorologist, live from Milton right now. We're getting hit with a tenth of an inch of snow. It's coming down like crazy. And I just had fun. We had fun on the deck for about 40 minutes, and that was it, party. And then we went in and had what we call a popsicle bath. My wife came up with that. And you just run a hot bath, give them popsicles, because what do kids do with popsicles? They get it on their clothes, they drip it on the floor, or they drip it in the garage, and you hand it to them in a tub. You're like, do your worst. Here's a popsicle. You're naked. Whatever happens, happens.
What?
Yep, popsicle bath.
Okay. Now, seeing if we were in studio, we could have attempted the popsicle bath today because there is a shower there.
Yeah, there is, but we're not in studio, but we're working our way towards studio. And again, if you want to send us something, a personal message, or you want to email us at yeahcomeonshow.com, do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Because we're looking for a board op. We think we may have it in a guy named Evan. We got a cool girl named Tina. Those are the best applicants so far. There were a couple others, but I could tell that they didn't have the mindset for it. I judged. I'll go ahead and tell you I judged. But you send me a resume and show me experience, I'm looking at you. And it comes with a little bit of money. We're not asking you to do it for free, and we're letting you participate, on the show. So it's a pretty good deal. I mean, I'd walk a country mile to be on the Yeah Come On show just as a guest.
How far is a country mile? Is that different than a normal mile, a city mile, a
It
beach
is.
mile?
The city mile is never completely accurate because you're able to cut here and there, but a country mile is legit. It's usually a little longer than a mile, and sometimes wildlife encounters you, which makes it a little tougher of a mile. But then again, yeah, a bad guy could get you in the city on a city mile too.
I
It
feel
is
like the
funny that
beach mile sucks though. Beach is the worst mile you've ever walked because you go barefoot and then you kind of go a little
yeah,
bit further. Then you got like the really soft sand that you got to dig into, so it feels a lot further than a mile. But then you either got to stand down by the water and rip your feet up a little bit. And beach mile,
yeah.
not my favorite mile.
I'm thinking maybe if you're in Vegas and you and the porn group, all the porn stars were in town, and there was a porn convention. I would like to do a porn convention mile, walk through a porn convention for a mile. That I could handle. That's worth watching.
Oh, you're talking about the AVNs? Is it
Yes,
sad that I
I
know
want to
that?
walk. I want to walk through the AVNs. Adult. What is it? Adult what?
I don't know. It's like Adult Video Network. I don't know what the N stands for.
I don't
Nudity.
either. Maybe you're right. It is AVN though. I thought maybe even V had something other than video, like adult. Uh, what else would start with a V?
Trust me, I can throw
Ad-
stuff out right now, but we might have to have some edits.
yeah, adult V spot. No, but yeah, I'll walk through the AVN awards for a mile. That's the mile I'll walk. There's certain miles I'll do, but it is a thing. And I'm predicting snow today because this is out today. And I've even put Evan to the test on seeing how well he can pop up things. I'm about to hit some sponsors. He's about to really have to have some things pop up.
It is
I know
Adult
he
Video
doesn't.
Network.
It is
We hit
video
it first
network.
try. We know what we're
Look at
doing.
that.
Duh.
Because we're perverts. We're perverts. So I do want to thank joebees.com for all your bee pollen. I am on it. I survive off of it. And I got to tell you, man, it's got amino acids, got vitamins, nutrients, minerals, and it's straight from nature, not made in a laboratory. And it's fabulous, man. It killed seasonal allergies for me. That's no joke. Take 2 pills, empty stomach. There's a money back guarantee. You get a 6-month supply for $99. Joe throws in the 7th month free. Give them a call at 877 300 5632 or go to joebees.com, joebees.com. Also, always oxygenfinancial.com with Ted Jenkins for all your money needs, investments. And if you think you're paying too much on insurance, you probably are. Car, home, can you bundle it? Do you need an umbrella? You need a free quote. It's free. Circle285.com. And David Markwell, Dr. Dave Markwell, Ridgeline Counseling, for all your counseling, whether it's in person or Zoom. This guy can handle whatever you're going through. And to be honest, a lot of people are going through stuff. So if you got to have somebody to talk to, don't be embarrassed. Do it, do it, do it. And the Yeah Come On Show back again on YouTube. I just want to wave and say hi. We're back. We're back. You can see us. What do you need to mention?
Well, I may be moving. Finally. We've heard the trials and tribulations and troubles and issues and everything I've had down here living in the hood. And now it is time for me to be an adult and live in an actual, not trap house adjacent home.
Well, what about our backdrop? I enjoy that shelf behind you with your fabulous soprano pictures. Where will you have a shelf in this other house to put pictures on?
See, currently I'm in a nice, as they call them, a bungalow, which means very small. I was telling my wife this. I said, when we went and looked at the other house, it's weird. You can walk around the house, you can take like full strides, but this house is so little, you can only take like little third strides like this. You're like a little wind up little toy you might win at a arcade. And I said, it's nice to be able to open my legs up and actually be able to walk and have stairs. Oh, and I will actually be able to create an office area where I can podcast, my little war station like yours, possibly with a couch and a television. I don't know.
I'm looking forward to that. That could be nice. And what people don't realize in your neighborhood, things get stolen out of the driveway. There are loud arguments. Insane people walk down the street talking to themselves, and occasionally houses get shot up and you don't have an upstairs. So you and your wife have practiced, like when you're in school and you have, here in Atlanta or Georgia, we worry about tornadoes. You do your tornado drills. You have done the stop, drop, and get on the damn floor drills. Get on your belly. And then there was one little brick fireplace, and that's where Brett and his wife crawl to. They crawl to that little brick fireplace, ashes or not, slide their butts up in, and that's where you're safest at your house.
And maybe that's why she's not encouraging me in these football dreams, because there will be no place for her in that fireplace currently. I will say this, that it's been really fun. Because, okay, you get a new place, you start looking at it, you're going, okay, how are we going to furnish this? Because it's so much bigger. I'm thinking I'm going to furnish the whole place off Craigslist.
What?
I want to furnish the whole place buying stuff off Craigslist.
Don't do that.
Dude, you should see, we're picking up the first thing on Saturday.
Well, here's the good news, and this. There's a lot of nice furniture out there, and people realize they get pennies on the dollar. I've got a whole bedroom suite that I paid like some stupid amount, and this was shit, $2,000, like $900 for. And I'm like, I'd be lucky to sell it for $1,000. I'd be lucky to sell it for $800. I might even just be lucky if somebody would come and pick it up. That's the way it is out there right now. So you're right. You can get, now if you got something unique, you're going to pay for it. Or somebody has something new, brand damn new, and they paid out the ass, they're going to hold out. But for your average decent furniture, I think you're going to get a steal.
Oh, dude, first thing that we've already made contact about, which I'm sure this is lined up. We said we're meeting them Saturday. We bought a velvet couch, green.
Pea green? Like not black eyed peas, but peas?
Jade green.
Jade.
Dude, this is honest truth. We're getting some of the trippiest stuff. Oh,
It's
Craigslist.
it's straight out of the late 60s, early 70s. You know that first location that couch set was on shag carpet. No doubt about it.
I think it still does. I'm
Oh,
very
it's
excited to see
great.
this thing. And I don't think it goes with anything we own. It's going to be utterly ridiculous.
Everybody has that friend or that neighbor. We've got a friend. You walk in their house, I'm like, this is some eclectic shit. It's like you've got this, none of this crap goes together. It all could be cool on its own, but I'm like, it does not go. Not even the styles. It's like a clash of everything. That's great.
I'm
I
going for it.
respect it. Like,
I'm
why
going
not?
for it. What?
You're lucky.
Exactly.
Your wife has a sense of humor. You get away with that. My wife be like, hell no. She wouldn't
Oh
let it.
no, I've definitely thrown a few things at her. I'm like, I like, okay, you know those coffee tables they have? This is the dumbest conversation ever, but everybody knows what I'm talking about. The coffee tables where it's like all the sides kind of fold up just a little bit, and you don't really know why they fold up, but they can go back down. It can be a big circular table or like a little squared table. And usually every time you see one at somebody's houses, they're folded up. I was like, I
I
want
know.
that. I don't know why I want this, but I want this. She was like, no, it doesn't match our style. And I'm sitting here going, we just ordered a green velvet couch. What is our style?
We don't have one. Our style is no style. That's what you say. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think they flip up because if you have magazines, they keep the magazines in place. And if you flip them down, it's because maybe you're having popcorn, watching TV, or back in the day, listening to the radio.
I still
Maybe.
don't understand why you'd either always keep it up or you always keep it down. It would never be one or the other, right? So
No,
why
you
the
could say,
option?
we're going to do a board game. Let's get rid of the magazines, flip down the table, and then boom, you play a board game. All right, we're done. Flip everything back up. Let's stack things back on the coffee table. We're out. Because you got to remember, coffee tables were made not just for holding drinks, but also for magazines back in the day or books and things. People would come in and read. And I guess, it happened to me a few times where, like, I'm picking up the girlfriend, like, Susan will be out in a few minutes. You may relax here. Can I get you something to drink? And then all of a sudden I'm in the room and it's like the TV's not on. I can't go cut on another man's TV. So you grab a damn magazine. You're like waiting on your girl. And you got to remember when this thing was made, that was the way the world was. This thing's not new, I assume.
Oh no, dude, this is Craigslist.
It's 50
I,
years old plus.
yeah, and they want maybe $1 per year it's ever been on this earth. So why would I waste money buying something new when I can just get somebody's old shit?
Because it doesn't go with your style.
I have no style. Do we not
Your wife,
understand
your
this?
wife has hopes of style. She has hopes.
I will
Hopes.
say, I will say, I have been looking around. This is kind of one of the crazier things I've ever done. I am renting a house for a year, and I had never seen it ever. Never stepped foot in it. Never
Sight
pulled in the neighborhood.
unseen.
Yes, I know
You haven't
this
even
is a,
looked at the neighborhood.
no,
You haven't driven through to see what kind of cars or who's walking the streets or what they look like?
no. I just liked the location. Thought the house looked good in the pictures, and we were like, let's do it.
Holy shit, y'all are intent. No, I'd have to do a little recon, man. Definitely. And I believe in the two and I believe in the five method. Talk to people on either side of you, talk to the three across. If you even like 3 out of 5, you're good because that's probably who you're going to associate with. But I got to have good people near me. You don't know what's going to live next to you or who or what kind of hours they keep.
Oh no, no idea. We're just
It
going
could
into
be
this. Already made the
way
first payment.
worse.
Don't you worry. I've
Oh,
already signed contracts.
I bet the person's like, they don't want to see it far out. All right, cool. I hope it's been cleaned at least.
I think they have to clean it. If they haven't, that's coming out of first month's
They
rent.
don't have to. They don't have to. They can give it a once over and not pay a professional. At least when I had rental property, I always paid somebody to go in and clean it. I didn't go do it myself, mainly because that's their job and they do it better than I'm going to do it. You want it to be perfect. So who
And
knows?
the good thing is it's by my office. I won't even have to get on the highway to drive anymore. It's like 10 minutes from my work every day, cutting my commute down, which I'm doing about to and from anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours in the car per day, which is
But what about
not.
your wife? Where's she work?
Yeah, it's gonna be a hike for her, but a lot of her stuff she can actually do from home, and she doesn't mind that. So whatever. I'm the one who
Honey,
has to drive more.
Yeah, honey, the good news is I'm close to work. Nothing bad's going to happen to me. You can commute 100 miles a day and be stuck in traffic, but you take care. I
Yes,
love you.
see, now you get it. You get it. Sight unseen. More convenient for Brett. Uh Everything's going to be from Craigslist inside this house that is new to us at the bare
Nice.
minimum. I will say this, knowing that it's by my office, I know that it's a safe area. It's kind of by KSU. I'll throw that out there. But, you walk in the stores up there, which I've been in, first thing you see is a self checkout. And I've learned to notice that that is how I know if I'm in a good area. If you have self checkout in a store, because right now where I live, the first thing you see is a security guard or an off-duty police officer, and then a check cashing setup, and then no self-checkout. So I'm just using this now as my barometer to decide if I'm going to be living in a good area or not after these past 2 years down here.
Check cashing. Yeah, we cash checks. That's usually a bet. That and a pawn shop are the two, red flag, red flag, and then if for any reason they still have the crime tape up on any of the fast food locations, not good. I mean, if the gas station has bullet holes in it, seeing that, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Somebody shot a effing pump and it's still here. You didn't replace that, no, out of order. I wonder why, because it has 3 bullets right through it. But at least
I
nothing
mean,
exploded.
mine doesn't have the pawn shop, but it does have the drive-through liquor store, which they were really
Why?
nice to me. They gave me Christmas candy last time I went.
That's great. And here's why. You're like, look, I'm not lazy. I got no problem going in and picking out my own liquor. This is just safer.
Oh,
I
dude,
don't want to I
you
don't want to
walk
get
in.
out and go in because you know who robs liquor stores? Criminals. That's where you go. If think about it. If you were like, I'm going to rob someplace, you go where all right, maybe liquor store. Now though, nobody has cash, so it kind of puts a dent in that. It kind of screws you over. So I don't know, but liquor stores also the ones that are going to have guns.
Yeah,
Somebody.
I wouldn't mess with this one. I have been inside and not done the I'm lazy, I'm just gonna pull up to the window and order, because if there's a line, I mean, come on. I don't know how much Cavassier somebody's trying to order or how many, nice Merlots are being sold in this area. But I did walk in and you stand in like a 8 foot by 5 foot box surrounded by bulletproof glass, and you have to like look around the store to try and find anything.
Yeah. Sir, we can't come
What's
out.
that?
We're in here for safety. Aisle 5, sir. Aisle 5. I mean, yeah, I don't blame them. They don't want to leave their box. The other thing about a liquor store, it's not old school anymore because now they're bigger. The thing is, a lot of the kind of people are in buying liquor, not necessarily wine, are carrying. So if you do bring a gun in to rob it, now you're going to get shot by a couple patrons. We're putting an end to crime. Everybody's starting to carry now. It's like, who's the best shot? That's the question. Does the criminal go out to the rifle range and shoot? I don't think so. I think he just holds the gun wrong and pulls the trigger. So I think you're protected by the shopper, at least up where you're getting. You're getting up Kennesaw. Kennesaw is the one city that has a rule. They're like, everybody has to own a weapon. Everybody.
Damn right. And that's why I feel safe. But like I said, we'll see how this all works out. Who knows?
Good deal. I'm glad you're moving out of that horrible neighborhood.
And the thing is, it's not a horrible neighborhood. It's just it's not my neighborhood.
No,
Not for
it
me.
never it never will be.
It's just not for me. Like when people are just throwing
It's
trash in
just
your front
it's
yard.
just not my thing. It's not my thing. I don't like people that openly litter. It ain't my thing. That's all. See?
Like when you have to get up on a Monday morning and your wife says, "Hey, when you put the trash out, can you also clean all the styrofoam cups out of the foliage out by the street?" Going, really? Come
Also,
on.
right when you're pulling out, the water guy, the kid selling water bottles knows which house you pulled out of, and he's like selling water for $3, not a dollar. And you're like, no, I'm good. He goes, I know where you live. All right, give me a damn water.
Keep the change. I've only got a
I
20.
I always had to give money when I came walking out my front door. I'm like, ugh, if I don't, you're gonna brick me. I know you're gonna brick me. Throw something through my damn window. That's when I said, F it. I'm driving out. I'm going out the back. I'm not walking out my front door anymore.
Dude, that's the
Check
way to
check your
go.
mail.
That's the
That
way to
is.
go down here. Yeah, and you are right, because I can definitely tell you there have been times I've left and I'll be driving down the street and there's some kind of sketchy. You have your average runners, your people walking their dogs, whatnot, but then you have some people that you're going, what are they doing? Why are there two people? They're walking down the street. They have, their face masks on. Don't really look like they should be hanging out in the street
Why
at
do
2
they keep
o'clock
going
on
up
a
to?
day.
Yeah, why do they keep going up to car doors and lifting the handles? What are they doing?
And there's now been a big one. I think I sent you this. Somebody has been reporting that there's like a piglet on the loose in our neighborhood.
I saw that. You sent it to me in the picture, and I was like, that's a small pig. It looks like a wild pig. I don't even know if it's a pet pig. It looks more like a little miniature boar, but yeah,
Yes.
that's a damn pig. So it's like a little miniature boar, which tells me it could be wild, possibly. But somehow it's getting food and it's surviving. And I'm like, if you catch it and you keep it, I will make it a mascot. I'll do it.
Oh, I'm 100% down. It has to stay at your house though.
Hell, my wife, please. There's no way. And I know people that had pig. I used to date a girl who had a pig. Problem is, if anybody picked it up other than her, it was like, week, week, week. And I'm like, okay, set it down. Everybody set down. The damn thing's scared to death. Shut up, shut up. And then it comes around with its little miniature hoofs. It's like, it's not like a dog. Dogs make a certain noise. It's like ting, 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 ting. It's like a stripper in your house. Ting, 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 ting. Like, stop, get out.
Oh man.
There's no difference coming down the hall than a miniature pig and a chicken 5-inch hills that's drunk. Sounds like ting, 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 ting.
I always like the good cowboy boot down the hallway because sometimes you hear it and you go, I don't know if that's a stripper heel clacking or if that is some big old dude in some boots.
Yeah, and then they round the corner and hopefully you're pleasantly surprised. If it's a dude and he's like, I want you. Oh God.
Which is usually the case in my situation.
No, please don't take me, Mr. Big Cowboy Man. Oh hell. Well, I gotta tell you, this has been
Save the
fun.
horse.
Save the horse. Again, reach out to us on social media. Hopefully you're enjoying this YouTube. We got it back up. We're working on getting this thing ironed out. Again, go to yeahcomeon.com. I'm selling some stocking hats due to the storm. It's helping. And we do have some Yeah Come On Show shirts to give out, and we'll make sure we do that next week, get those mailed out. And we're just looking for somebody that knows how to post videos, edit videos, and wants to possibly be a part of the show. We're still accepting applications this week. Evan, I won't give your last name, but I can abbreviate it. Can I do that? Evan
I don't
B.
care. Yeah,
Evan
sure.
B. Or what do you want to say his whole name?
No,
Should
you're
we?
fine. Just leave it right there. We'll test him out. Maybe bring him on next week. See if he can hang.
See if he can hang. There you go. Well, all right. Keep sending it. You can go to yeahcomeonshow.com or gmail.com or just send us a direct message. That's easy too on any of our social medias. I'm Southside Steve for the Yeah Come On Show. That's Brett Barney for the Yeah Come On Show. Can I get a Yeah Come On?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, see, I didn't like that. I didn't like the way that sounded at all. That didn't work for me. A little more.
Yeah, come on.
All right, that's a little Alabama. We'll hit it in the middle. Yeah, come on. Boom.